What's up, guys? My name is Brandon, you guys can call me Swifterrs, and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video here on my channel. Today I am coming at you guys with a super exciting video because in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 tryhard skins here in Fortnite Season 7. Now, I made a video like this about 6 or 7 months ago, and obviously the times have changed here in Fortnite. Fast forward a couple of seasons later, we are currently here in Season 7, and of course today I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the top 10 skins that tryhards use here in Fortnite. Of course, I do want you guys to let me know right now in the comment section below what are some tryhard skins that you guys have come across here in the game. But with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with today's video, taking a look at the top 10 tryhard skins here in Fortnite. Alrighty, guys, so to go ahead and get started with today's video, the very first skin that an absolute tryhard uses is one of the rarest skins ever in Fortnite. This is the Renegade Raider. As I said, the Renegade Raider is by far the rarest skin currently in the game, and that's due to the fact that the Renegade Raider was only available back in the first couple of months that Fortnite Battle Royale was available, as the Renegade Raider was only available in the seasonal shop. However, in order to actually go about unlocking the Renegade Raider, you guys not only needed to have been playing Fortnite since back in Season 1, but you guys also needed to reach all the way up to level 20 in order to be eligible to even consider purchasing the Renegade Raider. So once you guys reached a level 20, then you guys needed to spend 1,200 V-Bucks to actually purchase the Renegade Raider. Now, I was playing Fortnite since back in Season 1, and I remember when the Renegade Raider was in the item shop, and I didn't even buy it because I was really unsure as to how popular Fortnite was eventually going to become. And honestly, that is by far my biggest regret so far here in Fortnite, is not purchasing the Renegade Raider, because in my opinion, I do think that the Renegade Raider is definitely within the top 3 coolest skins ever to come to Fortnite. So of course, if you guys see someone using the Renegade Raider, that definitely means they are a pretty good player, and most of the time they're trying pretty hard. So moving on to the next tryhard skin here in Season 7, this is also considered to be a pretty rare skin. Here we have the Ghoul Trooper. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, the Ghoul Trooper is a skin which came to Fortnite over a year ago with the first annual Fortnitemares event, and I think a lot of people were under the assumption that when Epic Games introduced the second annual Fortnitemares event, a lot of people assumed that the Ghoul Trooper was going to be making a return into the item shop, considering Epic Games had reintroduced the Skull Trooper into the item shop nearly a year after we had last seen it. Of course, the Ghoul Trooper never actually returned, and because of that, the Ghoul Trooper is definitely considered to be one of the rarest skins in the game, in addition to the Renegade Raider. And because it's such an OG skin, the players who have been using it definitely have been playing the game for a pretty long time, which means if you guys see someone rocking this skin, odds are they're trying pretty hard. So moving on to the next tryhard skin, this is also considered to be a pretty rare and an OG skin. Here we have the Merry Marauder. Of course, the Merry Marauder is a Christmas themed skin which first came to Fortnite back in December of 2017, and it's been almost a year since we first saw it introduced to the item shop. However, if you guys see any individual using the Merry Marauder, every single time I've ever encountered someone using this skin, they have always been a super sweaty tryhard. However, there is a lot of leaks suggesting that the Merry Marauder may actually be making a return to the item shop extremely soon, so when it does, I would only assume that the overwhelming majority of people are going to be purchasing this skin, which means the owners of the OG version may stop using it, which may mean that the tryhards will no longer be using the Merry Marauder. So continuing on to another tryhard skin, this is the last holiday themed skin for today's video, but here we have the Crackshot. So very similar to the Merry Marauder, the Crackshot is a skin which first came to Fortnite back in December of 2017, so it's been nearly a year since the Crackshot was introduced to the item shop. Now, the Crackshot is a skin that I actually purchased, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe it may have actually been my 3rd or 4th skin purchase in Fortnite, and I'm going to come out and say it, this is one of the skins I regret buying. This is probably within my top 2 or top 3 skins that I really regret spending V-Bucks on, just because I really don't use it all that much. However, if you guys happen to run into anyone using the Crackshot, they're definitely going to be trying pretty hard, considering it is considered to be a pretty rare skin. But in my personal opinion, the Crackshot is a pretty terrifying and a pretty ugly looking skin, which is why I don't use it all that much. But you guys definitely encounter some people trying pretty hard using this skin. Moving on to the 5th skin that Tryhards use currently in Season 7. This is another pretty OG skin, as it was available back in the Season 2 Battle Pass, but here we have the Black Knight. Now, at the time, the Black Knight was available at tier 70 of the Season 2 Battle Pass, and at that time, there were only a maximum of 70 tiers in a Battle Pass. So in order to actually get this skin, you definitely needed to be pretty skilled at the game, and obviously, because it is such an OG skin, given the fact that Season 2 was released in Fortnite over 365 days ago. I know it doesn't seem like it's been a year, but Season 2 dropped a little bit over a year ago, and because of that, in order to actually be rocking this skin, you guys needed to have been playing Fortnite for a pretty long time, which means if you guys see anyone rocking the Black Knight, they're definitely a pretty skilled player, and most of the time, they're trying pretty hard. Moving on to the next Tryhard skin here in Season 7. I don't really know why I chose this skin for today's video, but I'm gonna be honest guys, whenever I encounter someone rocking this skin, they always seem to be trying extremely hard, which is why I've decided to include this particular skin in today's video. But here we have the Elite Agent. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Elite Agent is a skin which first came to Fortnite back in the Season 3 Battle Pass, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe this skin was available at possibly tier 87 of the Season 3 Battle Pass. I'm not 100% sure, but of course, the Elite Agent is a pretty awesome looking skin, and actually, whenever I want to try super hard, I sometimes throw on this skin, just because I think that this skin is so awesome looking. It has such a sleek and such a cool looking design to it, so I definitely encounter a ton of people trying extremely hard whenever they're using the Elite Agent, and I'm gonna be honest guys, whenever I want to try hard, I also use the Elite Agent as well. So moving on to the next Tryhard skin that absolutely is used here in Season 7, very similar to the Elite Agent which I just talked about. This is actually another skin that I personally use every single time I'm trying to smack enemies, every single time I'm getting pissed off at Fortnite and I want to win games and I want to try hard, especially when I'm playing duos or squads with my boys. I always throw on this skin, but here we have the Poised Playmaker. Honestly, it's pretty much just any soccer skin in Fortnite, and this is sort of a meme within the Fortnite community. Whenever you encounter someone using the soccer skins, in particular the Poised Playmaker, they are absolutely 110% sweating so hard to go ahead and get those kills to go ahead and win. Of course, as I said earlier, I'm definitely guilty of it. This is absolutely a skin that I use when I want to try extremely hard, and I'm sure you guys have encountered people using this skin also trying very hard here in Season 7. Moving on to another Tryhard skin here in Fortnite, and whenever you guys come across someone rocking this skin in Season 7, you guys better prepare yourself for a pretty nasty build off. But here we have the Mogul Master. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Mogul Master is a skin which came to Fortnite, I believe, back in February during the 2018 Winter Olympics, and very similar to the Renegade Raider, the Mogul Master is another skin that I definitely regret not buying when it was in the item shop. But of course, if you guys see anyone rocking the Mogul Master, at least from my personal experience, they're always extremely skilled at building, and you guys definitely need to be ready for a pretty epic battle. Moving on to the 9th skin that Tryhards definitely use here in Season 7, this is the Lynx. Now, I'm not talking about any particular version or stage of the Lynx, I am talking about Stage 4 of the Lynx. Because in order to actually unlock Stage 4 of the Lynx, you guys need to play a ton of Fortnite, because this stage is only accessible if you guys reach upwards of 325,000 XP. That's a lot of XP, so if you guys see anyone running around with a Stage 4 Lynx, you guys definitely need to be ready for a pretty interesting fight, because that means that player has played a ton of Fortnite here in Season 7, and Season 7 has only been out for about a week. So to get 325,000 XP definitely means that player is definitely skilled, so be on the lookout for it. However, as we progress throughout Season 7, more and more people will start to get Stage 4, but at the time of making this video, Tryhards definitely use Stage 4 of the Lynx. Moving on to the 10th and final skin that Tryhards use here in Season 7, very similar to the Lynx. This is the Ice King, the tier 100 skin of the Season 7 Battle Pass. However, not Stage 1 of the Ice King, Stage 4 of the Ice King. And in order to actually unlock Stage 4 of the Ice King, you guys need to outlive 25,000 opponents. That is a lot of opponents, which means in order to actually outlive 25,000 1,000 opponents. You guys definitely need to be playing a ton of Fortnite, and considering Season 7 has only been out for about a week, if you guys see anyone using Stage 4 of the Ice King, definitely be ready for a pretty nasty fight, because that means that player is definitely trying hard. So guys, there you have it. Those were the top 10 skins that Tryhards use here in Fortnite Season 7. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback about them in the comments section below. Regardless, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new. With that being said, I'll be sure to catch you guys later.